Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great opportunity talking to you once again on the many aspects of life lessons. I'm very happy to share with you many of my life lessons, which are essentially bringing in some context for how one can negotiate their life. So, one of the aspects in the last post that which I have published a few days ago on the concept of retirement. It was a bit of a controversial subject because vast majority of the human beings believe that at some point in time they will get fed up with what they are doing and then want to escape from the sameness and then look forward to take rest, for example. So the concept of rest has to be clearly understood because that is the context on which I was trying to argue a little bit about the concept of retirement. If you observe the whole creation at large, we find that the birds or the animals are quite independent and they have a sense of freedom. And they also have an activity in the sense that we hardly find any kind of animals or worms or insects or ants or anything which is generally inactive. So that means we see this whole universe in the manifestation of activity. So we hardly find anything, be it planets which are continuously revolving and they are going around the orbit, and if you take the sun for example, it is growing all the time. It comes and goes depending upon the rotation of the earth. So everything that we see in this whole universe outside us are continuously in a flux of activity. That means the whole nature's plan is activity. Chinmayananda used to give a wonderful example that if you want to give rest to your hand, for example, which has been very active all the time, and then you put on a sling for a while and then don't even move your fingers for some time, then afterwards, instead of the hand growing, becoming healthy, it becomes unhealthy in terms of you may not be even able to move your fingers if you are on a sling for a while, not using it. That means it gives an indication, according to him, that inactivity is death and activity is what is life is all about. If you are constantly having some kind of a physical activity, be it a yoga or some kind of exercise or going for a walk and so on and so forth, the person is generally healthy. But the person who is sedentary in nature, in terms of not doing anything at all, both physically and mentally, so gradually he starts developing some kind of problems in his life, both in terms of health as well as in terms of his ability to be agile. So the agility of the person appears to be very large extent depends on activity. If you look at the health of the people who are generally doing a lot of physical work, for example, the laborers or the farmers who are getting up 5 o'clock in the morning and going in the hot sun and plowing for the whole day with full of physical activities, they are generally very healthy. They don't get into cholesterol or diabetics or kind of heart attacks and blockages and so on and so forth. So the medical history also shows that the obesity is the result of inactivity. So almost 1/3 of the people in America are obese in the sense they are uncontrollably huge in terms of their physical stature, and then they are becomes immobile at particular point in time, and then the whole life becomes a burden for them to live. So examples can be multiplied, but what is the most important aspect I want to drive at is the creation's intention is to keep us fully active. So that means inactivity leads to unhealthy kind of a physical body and then leads to unhealthy mind and so on and so forth. It's also shown the people who are very active mentally and physically are the people who remain healthy even in their 60s, 70s and 80s. And those who are very young, probably having a very sedentary type of life and also eat some unconducive food, they generally become very obese and then they become sick over a period of time. So I'm just trying to connect the physical and mental activity as the very intention of the nature, the very intention of the creation. So that means then why human beings have created the idea of retirement. Many of the people, my colleagues during my corporate career, when they crossed 49 and they become 50, they started counting the number of years left for them before they retire. And then slowly they start giving up their active participation in the organizational development. And then the management feels that these guys are slowly getting rusted and they are not able to change their own old paradigms and they have got a fixed ideas. And hence the organizational development is a function of how the leaders are rocking the boat. So hence the management slowly starts losing interest on these people and then start thinking about succession and bring about younger people to replace them over a period of time. And these people start realizing that the management is not interested in me. So if you see, it is a chicken and egg kind of the situation, whether the person loses interest and becomes a victim of getting sidelined or the management loses interest. This is the phenomena that is being played in the context of people crossing 50 and then they are counting the number of years. So at some point in time I have seen people who are around 53, 54 and they are closer to 58, which is the general retirement age. They virtually start counting their bank balance and provident fund settlement and gratuity. And then they are thinking of settling in life. I always used to challenge this idea of settling in life. There is no place to settle here because out of the 13.8 billion years this planet and this whole universe is believed to be existing in the physical form. The human life is only about 80 years at the most. 80 years counts to about 29,175 something odd number of days. That means we have a lifespan which is about 30 days, which is terribly insignificant as compared to the span of this cosmos, which continues to exist for pretty long time. So that means in the span of this 80 years, we have inherited this planet in a particular condition and we have used this planet significantly for a lot of our personal benefits. And then we hardly have anything to give back to this planet. And then we consumed all the resources and then die one day. So the matter is that how one is really making use of his own life, how one person is using himself as a resource, it largely depends on his own personal equity and how he is seeing himself in the context of the age. So the age and the mental stature has got a very close linkage. If a person starts thinking that he is getting aged, he can think about he is getting aged even in his early 40s. He need not have to come to 50s or 55 or 60s. It all depends on the mental frame in which a person is looking at life. Very interestingly, if you see most of the people like who have become prime ministers like Mr. Narendra Modi, who is 70 years old, who has got a very active life and a tremendous amount of responsibility of making this nation as a better place, and then anything that is happening in this country or anywhere else becomes his responsibility. You can imagine the kind of a mental stress somebody will be going through at the age of 70 and they want to be physically active, at the same time they want to be mentally agile, it requires entirely a different perspective of life. So there's nothing called rest. The rest is something inactivity, and inactivity leads to ailments. So and hence the nature's plan is activity. So that means it doesn't mean that you will have to continue to slog and carry on with your business and make a lot of money and accumulate wealth and so on and so forth. In order to understand what I am talking about in this topic is we need to disassociate from the greediness for making money and the other aspect of making yourself active as a resource and then give back something to the society. So if the large number of people are choosing to retire and then they want to sit at home and do nothing, obviously it is a loss of resource for the whole country. So in what form one wants to keep themselves engaged can vary dramatically. They can write a book, they can teach music, they can share their knowledge with the people, and they can develop children, or whatever may be the vocational subject that they may have interest to them. But keeping oneself mentally and physically at rest is leading to a lot of complications, both for themselves as well as for the family as well as for the society. So I thought this is what is the context of my article I wrote about retirement, not to criticize the concept of retirement. I mainly wanted to talk about our own concept of aging, which has got nothing to do with the nature's plan, because we don't find a tiger getting aged, we don't find a bird getting aged, we don't find a snake getting aged, because they have to find their food on their own, irrespective of when they are going to die. And we don't see at large a lot of animals, dead bodies are lying. We really don't know how they die and where they go and die, and what is the transition in their own last days of their life. And there is no system of hospitalization, there is no system of insurance, and they live life based on the nature's plan and then the creator's intention. So human beings have moved very far away from the nature's plan, and we have made everything unnatural, with the result that this whole humanity is suffering. So I thought this is the piece of knowledge, I thought the perspective I really looked at, and I have chosen to be very active in terms of both my physical self as well as my mental activity, not with any greediness to chase wealth or money. And this is the time in my life I want to give back whatever that I learned from this brief period of time called life. Thank you very much for your patient listening, and look forward to talk to you on many more topics of interest. God bless you, take care and stay healthy.